When it comes to making decisions, how do you go about it? Should you follow your head and use your logic and your rational brain, or should you follow your heart and what you feel your gut is telling you? I'm Siobhan Barnes, founder of the Neon Life Society, and this week I'm going to talk to you about how to make decisions and how to know when to use your head and when to use your heart. It's funny, this week, I think with the end of the year coming, I've had a lot of people come to me with questions about their career. As we enter 2016, there can be a lot of discussions around whether, you should quit your job, whether you should change careers, whether you should start your business. And I really think it's a great opportunity to take stock and reflect on what's been working and what's not been working in the year. And my advice for making a decision is a little bit against the grain. And I actually think when you're making a decision, you've got to do some of your own internal work before you go out there and seek feedback. A lot of well-meaning friends and family will give you advice, and it will be good advice, but sometimes it's according to their own rules. It's their own rules of success. It's their own rules for what is quote unquote responsible, and everybody has a different risk appetite. So for example, if you're thinking about taking a job opportunity because it's your backup plan and it's not exciting, it's not ideal, and you haven't yet found your ideal job, friends and family might advise you to hedge your bets and just go for the crappy job and then figure out what you want to do next. And others might say, hey, just wait it out and go find that ideal job. And I think that this is where we trip up, because when you follow logic and you don't follow what your gut is telling you, then you follow the wrong path. In my own journey, I think I made mistakes because I thought I would take the plan that was supposed to get me to quote unquote success. So I took jobs and I said yes to more work because I thought that was what was needed. When in my heart, the work wasn't inspiring and the job itself wasn't really motivating, and it didn't light me up at the end of the day. Now, of course, it served a purpose. I learned a lot, and that in and of itself was a huge deal as a learner, strength who loves to learn. That was good for me. But it got to a point where I didn't want to learn anymore in that subject area. And I think that when you're deciding on what you want to do next in your career, it's really important to look at what's important to you and really check in with your gut and your intuition that's telling you, yes, this is the right way to go, or no, this isn't. And have the courage to trust and follow that. And I know it's not easy. Sometimes we want to be able to follow a path and we want to be told what to do, and it's not easy to make the right choice. And I think that it's really important for you to be able to discern when you need to use your head and when to use your heart. And my advice is, first, follow your heart. If in an ideal world you could have anything that you wanted, what decision would you make? Is this opportunity in alignment with or on the path to getting what it is that you desire? Now, for example, you might desire to be a CEO, and there might be an opportunity to become the COO first. Does that feel good to you? Is it exciting enough? Is it enough to motivate you to get you to your path, to your chosen goal? Or are you thinking you need to be a COO when it's really not what you want to do, and you really think that you're just doing it because that's the path you're supposed to? Take stock, stop, and ask yourself, is there a way that I can achieve my goal in a more joyous and fun manner, which doesn't involve, taking the COO role? Because I wholeheartedly believe there are many different routes to success, and the only way that you will find it for yourself is if you actually listen to your heart, what your gut is telling you, and trust it. Because opportunities, people, books, resources will come to you when you're following your path, and ultimately you will be on your journey that is true to who you really are and true to what's really important to you. And that at the end of the day is living, and in my mind, success. Because what's the point in pursuing a job or pursuing a career that everybody thinks looks good when day in, day out, you're the one that's suffering and hating yourself and hating your job every day? So that's my advice. Rule with your heart first. And secondly, ask yourself in a practical, logical way, is there a way that I can follow my intuition and gut in a way that feels good to me? And you'll come up with solutions. You're smart and you know what to do. So I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Is there a big decision that you're thinking about making, and how do you normally go about your decision-making process? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And a bonus question is, if you are scared about ruling with your heart and your intuition, what's scary about it? And what do you think is the worst case scenario or worst thing that could happen if that happened to you? I would love to know. I'm wishing you a really good week, and I will be coming to you live from Australia next week. Lots and lots of love. Have an awesome week.